Again, like, I unmute myself before you, so you guys are all screaming while I'm unmuting myself, so I can just wait until you're done. You gotta time it better. Yeah, now you can do blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
One of these days we'll get you.
One of these days. Anyway, welcome back. We're gonna go for second part. They're heading down back into the ruins they've been exploring. All right, you guys head down once again. The long trek down to the main chamber. Where are you going this time?
Where we have the other 4 rooms to check out.
Yes.
From the big, or I could go try to pick that lock again.
The arcane
again,
one?
yeah, have another try.
The one that you can't have well, the secret door that leads to the arcane door, or going through the pile of rubble, which no longer has a hole to the arcane door.
Open up that secret door that leads to the arcane door, so we don't have to go through that rubble anymore.
That's what I've been trying to do every time.
Right, hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna go back there and try again. If we fail, then we'll check out the other rooms.
Sounds good. And just in case it wasn't clear, I am casting dancing lights again while we're down here.
Okay.
Just, you know the drill.
And I'm using the tinder twig, trying to see if I can get a bandage.
I mean, no, it allows you to roll again. I mean,
oh yeah, just dex. That's right.
just dex plus proficiency.
God no.
It was so close. It was so close. Hey, Nokren, do you want to give that a chance?
Okay. So it's just dex.
Real quick, where's Red?
It's not a check. It's a
Is it the same?
It's not a saving throw.
Is it the same?
Yeah.
Do you have a bonus
It's the
to
same.
dexterity? If it's the same, it just doesn't matter.
I don't.
It shouldn't be the same
the
unless
same.
you. It's it's the same. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. You just have. a
Oh,
plus
that's
one.
right. I have a bonus to my saving throws of a cloak.
Yes. So
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Same here.
it's very locked.
It's locked.
Okay.
It's locked, Jim.
It's
What are we doing? Why are we picking this lock, by the way?
Because
Oh,
it gets us around.
yeah.
It gets us around the rubble that is blocking a secret door over here.
Should I
Well,
try?
a magic door.
Give it a try. Why don't we all give it a try?
Give it a old
This time-
college
Get
try.
hurt, right?
It's a good old college try.
Dexterity check.
What? Just
Just
dexterity check?
check.
Yep.
Unless you have proficiency with thieves' tools.
No, it would still be sleight of hand technically, but that's still just my dex check.
That's just dex, anyways. Yeah.
Wait.
I do.
Oh.
Are we sleight of hand?
Oh,
Because I have
no.
a no. Sleight of hand's the same. Yeah. Wouldn't matter.
Well, since we're all giving it a go.
If Tim rolls a 20,
No.
okay.
No.
I was gonna say if Tim rolls a nat 20.
That would be funny.
So, where is Red, by the way? Did we leave him somewhere?
He's at the church.
I think he's
as I
resting.
know.
He went down a
resting.
few times.
He
Many times.
he's tired.
He's getting a bandit. Got it.
He and Kasula didn't get along right.
And we left him at the church where she currently is.
He
She-
wandered off
Yeah.
from the church.
Let me
And you
let
haven't
me
seen
let
him.
me just update because actually none of you know.
Oh
He
yeah, I
actually
would
came.
know.
He actually
I would
came and
be-
he apologized. He
Oh.
apologized to her, and he did a ritual orc apology, which requires him to sit down on his knees and have them essentially draw blood from him in order to have it be forgiveness. She threw the dagger as best she could at him. It didn't cut him, but he kind of knew that that was happening, and he accepted that as, and she accepted his apology, although hesitantly and tentatively. She's still not happy with him, but she is happy to be in a room with him so long as he doesn't
Tried to murder her.
Uh-huh.
hurt her. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure on the way down, I would have told you what Red did with the tunnel.
Yeah. Well, I'm no good at this, so
We'll
what do
come
you
back
say?
to it later.
If only I had a spell
Okay.
that I could just hit the door and it would make a noise
You
and
mean
open.
like the tuning fork?
But perhaps I'll think on that in the future. But for now, let's go explore those other rooms while we ponder this difficult lock.
Yes. I think we chose the left room the first time.
Well, we didn't choose it.
Well,
walked
Red
into
chose it.
Yeah, Red chose it. Red walked
What's
in
So
there.
I guess-
to our right? when we enter.
It's
through
all
that-
open. Remember, it's all open archways.
Yeah, when we enter from the rubble, what's the opening directly to the right? I'm gonna have a little peek.
To the right seems to lead into an empty room.
Oh, we've done this before. There's a hidden door in here. I'm gonna give it perception as soon as I can get my hand free from the cat.
Do you want me to roll on? I'm there with you. I don't know.
Which, by the way, I saw your cat's tail moving like this, and I thought it was your finger going like.
Nope.
"Ooh." I
I'm
was like,
right
oh,
there
you
with
see
you.
that.
Oh god damn it! You see everything again.
Oh, we're perceptioning in the room.
Okay, Tim saw everything.
I mean,
Oh,
Chris
I
saw
did.
everything.
I'm blind.
I'm slightly not as blind as you.
To be fair, we're the ones with dark vision, so that kind of makes sense.
That's, okay, that
I
does
have
make
dark
sense.
It
yeah.
seems to be a series.
what I'm saying.
It seems to be two interconnected rooms with just archways that seem completely abandoned. You don't see any sign of any kind of secret door or anything in here. It seems that whatever was in these rooms just either deteriorated long ago or just was taken away when it was abandoned.
I'm gonna say let's go to the one that was next to the bench.
Sure. Let's do that.
So,
She has a name.
Yeah.
Her name is Kasula.
Okay, Kasula. Sorry.
That's okay.
so the
Is it with a
and we would
K?
know because
Yes.
we've retconned. We would have asked her name
Yeah.
earlier in the thing. She just didn't have a name at that point.
Yes.
Okay, so the one opposite from our entry, then.
Yes. The open one, not the door, which are both technically opposite of your entry.
The open one.
Yeah. This appears to be maybe some kind of small store. There's a bunch of shelves and counters that are in fair condition. The room's very abandoned and empty. Seemingly.
Oh, we're perceptioning again.
Rufus. Killing it.
Rufus.
Bam.
I'm not even gonna roll.
Rufus. You're gonna kind of like look around to see if there's anything in here. The shelves seem barren and empty. All things are taken out of it. But like kind of wandering around, you notice your ears pick up something as you take a step down, and you realize one of the stones is actually loose.
Does it seem like trapped loose or like something's hidden loose?
Like you can move out of the way loose.
I will kneel down and take my. Actually, I'll take the crowbar that I have because that makes more sense.
Yes.
And pop it up.
All right. It looks to be some kind of hidden safe under the
You're attacked
stone.
by 500 spiders.
Ah!
That's
More
how did you
spiders
know that's what's-
again.
How did you know that's what's inside the safe?
Well, you know, surprises.
What kind of safe? Is it like a key safe or
Combination.
combination?
Looks like more like a key safe, I'll say.
Okay, well, let's see.
You cannot get it open.
Nokren. You want to try opening a safe for us here?
Fuck it.
While he's doing that, I'm
I'll
looking
do
for
it
my
again,
box
but-
of Tinder Twigs. God damn it!
Woo!
Wow!
Nokren, our paladin, our locksmith paladin.
Yep.
Oh, I made
Yep.
it click. Did I do it?
Did I do it?
Matt, how
Rufus
mad
is
are
just
you
like-
that our paladin keeps opening?
No, it's hilarious. It's hilarious and wonderful.
Joe, how mad are you that our paladin?
Very! This is what I get for not making it a proficiency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, yes. Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
I had it back to click open.
Inside seems to be a bag of some coins and a bunch of books.
Well, we know the division of this.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I grabbed the
bag of
bags.
coins. I pick up the bag, hand it to Rufus.
Yeah.
It seems
then-
to have 20 platinum in there.
Oh
What?
God!
Sorry, 20.
That's only 200 gold pieces, but still.
Still. Okay.
No, that's
with the books.
still amazing.
I'm gonna I'm just gonna look at the covers. Do I recognize any of the languages?
I
covers?
mean, it appears to be a dialect of Elven, so it's like something that's a little difficult, but even
Sylvan?
not quite Sylvan. It seems to be like maybe like an old or obscure dialect of Elven. So, Tim, you can kind of
I
go through
hand
it.
them straight over to Tim.
you kind of can look through them. They just appear to be the actual, like, books of the shop. They just mention things that they're selling. There doesn't seem to be a lot of detail about, like, the entire place here. It's just basically, like, shipments of certain things coming in, shipments of things going out, you know.
Is there
It seems like this place was maybe more like a general store at one point in time.
Is there any note of the beasts that came in?
No.
Damn.
Okay, well, while he's starting to read through that, I'm actually gonna do... Where is it? This, with ritual.
Okay.
While we're here, sir.
You take a look around, detecting around, and there doesn't seem to be any magic in this area, at least.
Well,
My
magic
jack
sense
does,
is saying
no?
nothing.
Okay. By the way, I am just, now that we've come down here, I realize I didn't do this already. I'm just going to cast Mage Armor myself.
Nokren, while he's got the magic sense on, he's gonna go and peer in the last opening.
Okay.
Is it a door
While
or an
he's, when
opening?
he's walking into the big room, do I get any
There was
sense from
4
the
openings.
roof and the fountain and anything?
No.
Okay. By the way, Grits, this room is glowing with like glowing moss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a very
that's
pretty
why I
room.
was
There's
like-
like murals up on the Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
is there any low-hanging moss?
Not really. It seems like most of it's up on...
Could we shoot it down?
I mean, there's probably areas, like, of some moss
Here,
you could probably
a
get to that are
booster.
lower around here. It's, like, all over the place. So you could
I was
probably...
gonna try to wrap some around a torch.
You could. It doesn't really provide a lot of light overall.
I think it's the sheer
Yes,
amount of it.
but the thing is, it would give me some dim light if I want to try to be sneaky a bit
That's actually a very good
That's true.
Okay. Fine.
and easy to hide.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna peek in that last little opening.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
This area... do you have Dark
Just a
Vision?
Dragonborn head.
Uh,
Well,
Grits and I have Dark Vision.
Okay, but Nokren,
Yeah.
you do see a little bit still because there's still a lot of that. Still some
mo-
of the light.
moss light. Yeah.
This area appears to be probably have been in a garden of mushroom, fungus, and other underground plants. Some have seemingly died off. Others have flourished, causing this place to be incredibly overgrown with all kinds of strange mushrooms and fungi.
Ooh.
Is
And
any-
no magic sense from anything in there?
Not that you detect.
Okay. I think. Any of you know alchemy? There's plants and stuff here that might be interesting.
I can brew.
Do I get anything with
Out of it?
nature?
Oh yeah, wait,
Maybe
yeah.
nature.
I forgot I would know nature shit.
Roll me a d20, please.
Oh nope. I know nothing. I know.
Rufus.
I know.
Wait, Rufus?
Nothing.
Rufus,
Calling it-
roll me. Oh my god!
That's
I know all
hilarious.
about this moss, guys. It makes a fantastic
I'm
beer.
also rolling in nature.
Okay. You also roll me a d20 then. Tim.
Oh wait, do I roll a d20?
No!
you rolled a
No,
one.
you
Oh,
two
no.
do not.
Oh okay.
Oh no.
Okay, let me just check something
'Cause we
here.
rolled-
Okay, I
Just
thought it
a-
was a negative thing for rolling.
Because we
a
touch
D20.
things, right?
Okay.
This is we touch things. We're gonna get disease.
Or got close to something.
Oh,
Okay.
what happened the last time we rolled a nat 1 in a row?
Okay.
Looking at grits.
Thank you. So, you take a look
Exactly,
at...
a what?
None of you, like, Tim, you can kind of identify a couple of, like, cave funguses, like mushrooms and stuff that have been known to be in caves and stuff, but you can't really identify any particular species. It does
I'm
seem...
not a plant person.
Yeah, you're not a plant person. You're like, you recognize what they are without
I
being,
know.
like, the specific species and stuff, you know? You're like...
I'm sort of just poking things with the sword.
It looks as if this probably was some kind of, like, garden. It's the opposite end of the room from, like, the zoo area, so it's like you had an area of animals, you had an area of plants kind of thing, at opposite ends of this.
I'm guessing I'm getting about the same thing.
Yes.
Okay.
It is overgrown. It does seem like there probably may have been more species at one time. It's just that, like, a certain few have somehow dominated and continue to survive in this area.
Do these seem edible at all?
Everything's edible if you're brave enough.
None of them are poisonous, if that's what you mean. Good? No.
Well, might not be a bad idea to bring a fru back.
A fru? How many is it a fru?
a few more than a few.
Okay.
Approved.
While this conversation's happening, Nokren's going to start walking over to the door while he's got his magic sense on and just sort of stare at the door.
Okay, it is very door. It does not seem magical.
I'm gonna walk over, stare at it, and check for traps. It's fine.
Good.
Yeah, he's going to give the thumbs up. Actually, Nokren won't open it. Nokren's going to nod, pull his shield, and get ready.
Is
And
it
gesture
locked?
for him.
Yeah, is it locked?
No.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
they've tried it yet.
stealthily open it.
Okay.
Stealth.
I mean, it's just an ancient civilization.
Holy
What's the worst
fuck.
that could be down here?
I'm hiding behind your leg as I open it.
All right. Let's see here.
Who opened that door? No.
You open up the passage, and
Nokren's scared.
you can see that it goes for about. You kind of like you kind of stealthily open it, and you're being very stealthy, but you get resistance a little bit occasionally from the door as you realize the door is hitting some things, which kind of mess up your stealth a little bit. Once you get the door open, you realize the things that it was hitting was rubble. The hall here has collapsed.
Oh, god damn it.
So it's an empty room in the sense that it's a very, very,
It
very.
looks to be a
full-
hallway right here.
Okay.
I
Like,
guess
it's
I'll
like
go
there's-
stare
there's
at
like
the other door.
Yeah, what other entrances to this room were there?
Which room are we talking about now?
This is the big room with the many, with the four open areas.
That's it. You know, this is the last one, the doorway, which leads to rubble. You've checked out. There is the empty rooms.
Oh, was there only one door?
Yeah, one door.
Oh, damn it.
There was the
Okay.
shop,
Perception check
the
for
empty
fun.
rooms, the
Oh, that's
zoo,
not intimidate.
and the garden.
Intimidate the rock.
I'm checking out the rock.
Oh, that was so close.
Is
to
there
me.
any way out through it?
Once I see that you guys are kind of starting to look at that, I'm also going to start looking into it. I was a little distracted looking at the books, still just interest sake. But
Are there any maps in the books?
No.
No interest in
Boring.
me then.
Are
Are there any recipes for brewing?
No. Look, he found like
they were book logs. Like they were
He found
they're,
the
they're,
ledgers.
they're like
really-
they're like leisures for a business.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Tim finds them interesting just from an academic standpoint, but
Yeah.
like it's not.
They're
something that's
technically
actually
very
interesting.
very boring.
Yeah,
They're-
but
they're
not
like
to Tim.
Uh-huh.
They're very interesting to Tim, but
Yes. But they're really really boring.
usually if something's very interesting to Tim, it usually means that it's pretty to everyone else.
Like watching
I'm
a stock
imagining
ticker.
what-
So
I'm imagining what happened here
between
was-
Rufus's perception and Tim's investigation, you figure that it looks as if the collapse doesn't go on forever, but it looks like this is maybe twice as deep as the one that you guys managed to get through to squeeze Rufus through.
Okay, so would you
Pretty
say
much
that it's,
impassable.
yeah, it's
For a while,
It would be
until we
very
can
difficult. This is
investigate it.
exactly that's what I was just gonna say. I did talk. And also suggested that he bring down an excavation team once we've actually secured the area. This might be an area that we suggest is used for excavation after.
Do we
Is
have a
that-
plan
does-
for securing the area?
Well, no, not yet, now that you mention it. But we were told there's a big beastie down here, and we haven't yet encountered it. I figure once that thing is dead, that's pretty much secure as secure can be for 4 people, maybe 5 if Red ever gets out of bed, to come down here and actually deal with.
Was there a chair in any of the rooms we saw in here?
No. No,
Was there any? I know there was bookshelves and stuff. Anything small?
like, what are you looking for?
Something that I could sit on and sit in front of that door until I freaking open it up.
Oh,
The secret door?
the
Is there
secret
anything
door?
else that we haven't, any other areas we haven't checked yet that we?
And the
have
only
access
one
to?
that you actually haven't entered into is the garden area.
Oh, right, we
that's
haven't
right, we
actually walked
looked
in
at
there.
it, we didn't-
Right,
yeah, okay.
because there's combat in there.
There
That's
might
why
not be.
he's telling us.
Why do we think there's combat in there?
Because
The DMs remind us we
The
didn't
DM
completely
yeah.
walk in.
no, I mean,
no,
like,
no,
Tim,
like, well,
Tim
like
is
you,
gonna,
you, if there's things to search for, you know.
Tim's gonna go in there and he's gonna investigate.
All right,
I'll walk
okay.
with you and perceive.
I
Yeah,
will
I'm
say.
not
No. I'll give this to you because you rolled the 20. Congratulations, you could avoid combat. As you're trying to go in there and you're looking around, you realize that there are a number of very dangerous fungus in here.
Good, great.
Uh-huh.
We're not going in this room.
There are violet fungus in there.
What's
Violet or violent?
Violet
They're
fungus.
Both. Both.
Yeah.
Got it. Murderous fungus.
They have a rotting touch, so they do necrotic damage to things. They are very blind and deaf and slow, and totally I was making checks for them to realize that Red was down here for those hours you left him down here, that they would have crawled over and eaten him. But they are
goodness.
incredibly slow and have terrible senses.
May I make a suggestion, gentlemen
And lady.
and lady? We found many bookcases in here. Maybe we should bring them in here and block this door,
Yeah.
this
okay.
archway, so they can't come out later.
You
I am
can easily do
100%
that.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Do we know how many
If
there
you,
are? 'Cause
there seem to be 5 of them. If Tim had not rolled as well as he did on the investigation, he probably would have not noticed them, because normally when they're just sitting in amongst other fungus, they are nearly indistinguishable from normal fungus.
Well,
Yep.
thank goodness I am
they're
the one
that
with AoE
slow.
spell.
Yeah, if they're that slow, we could probably clear them out from range if we know we're there.
They have a speed of 5.
Oh, we.
So, let's-
I mean, if they're. I mean, is this something that Tim would know?
Actually, yeah.
You
let
know
me-
they're
'cause
incredibly slow, I'll say.
Okay.
I'll do this because oh nope, I know nothing. I know nothing
Do
again.
we
I'm
know how,
terrible.
can I nature? Because I would like to see if I know how strong they are. God.
That's a fungus.
I'm gonna.
I mean,
I'm gonna roll
grits,
the nature.
I will
as well.
give it to you because now that you know they're there, they are very pathetic. They rely on ambush and the fact that they can get lucky and get a. They basically, in game terms, which you wouldn't necessarily have, but I will give this to you because they are pretty weak. They have a number of these touches they can do, and it's a random amount of touches. So they could get lucky and hit you a lot of times and do a lot of damage. Or only one could maybe tentacle over towards you.
Question for you, Matt. How large is that room? Would
Uh,
you say it's about a 15-foot cone?
more than that. They have a
I know where this is going.
they have a blind sense that they are technically blind beyond that radius, and they are, you guys at the entryway are outside of that blind sense.
How deep do
Hold
I
on a
think
second.
this room is?
It's probably like a I'll say like a 40 by 50 room,
And whereabouts are these creatures?
sort of towards the back of the room.
Again, I think we should just
Ha-
board
We-
it up for now.
We
How
could
deep?
close it off, or we could kill them. And I think killing them solves the problem. And if we're talking about securing this place for excavators, I don't want to forget that there are things behind a bookshelf.
That's fair.
Nokren's up for clearing. If he
Um,
has to get close, he will. But I mean,
If you just want to like use some ranged attacks, you probably can finish them off, and I will not roll out the battle. I will say, you know.
Okay.
yay!
Then let's
They are
just do
slow
that.
enough that you guys, if you're since you know they're there,
Yeah,
and
I will say that I would have used this to help out at least a little. Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right. I'm just saying, like, firebolt's what I'm going to be using. Just
Yeah, and I'm saying
however
like,
many
that's
that
what I would-
takes. And also, it's going to burn the whole
That
garden.
was a horrible roll again.
But
it still hit.
Wow.
what's their AC?
Not, they have more hit points than they have AC.
Less than 8,
okay.
apparently.
Okay.
Less than.
So,
8 is
anyways, let's
accurate.
just. So we've killed the mushroom monsters.
Yes, you can kill the mushroom monsters.
Wait.
Can I? Now that I've had that natural 20 in the room, is there anything of that?
No, but you do find the remains of, which you're guessing may have been the caretaker of the garden, who seemed to have been under the funguses, long ago eaten by them.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a medicine. Can I tell if it was male or female?
It's a dude.
It was a dude.
It was a dude.
All right. Well, that's good
If
information.
you had
Let's,
wandered in there, they totally probably could have murdered you. They would probably been as threatening as the skeletons. which we've seen could murder you.
Yeah, especially when we're down one person.
Thank God you rolled a nat 20.
Okay, then I'm
That's what I'm
grabbing
here
the
for.
smallest piece of furniture I can and sitting in front of that door.
Okay. Look,
While
I will
you're
give you.
doing that-
I will give you. If you spend enough time at it, you will eventually be able to open the lock on the secret door.
Thank
It
God.
is within your ability.
I just have to roll one more time, just for the hell of it. Yeah. 16.
So, once you are through the secret door, you can get to the magic door.
I'm going to let Tim go first.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Wait,
can I just
wait.
do an Arcana check on that, just to like, because I know we already know some magical property, but I'm wanting to hone in, if that's okay.
Also, yeah. Go ahead and roll, Kana.
That's okay.
I mean, you know that there's magic on it, but like from like some of the stuff on it, but you're not quite sure what kind of magic necessarily.
I will also point out there's no keyhole.
Okay.
Do I
Detect
get to
magic
notice
will
what
tell
magic
you
is?
that
Yeah.
there does seem to be a couple sets of magic on it. When you're using your
Oh,
detect
okay.
magic, you begin to realize.
I'm
Entire
gonna relay this.
It is an
thing.
iron door that is reinforced with magic, meaning most likely just going straight weapons against it will not work ever.
Bad idea.
Yes.
I mean, it's gonna like launch us back probably if we do. I mean,
There
is
does-
it trapped or is it just
No,
warded?
there does not seem to be. It just seems like the metal itself has magic inlaid in it,
It's
making it much.
supernaturally strong.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's
cool.
like harder,
Do I know
tougher.
what type of magic?
It'd probably be like an
Aberration.
aberration. Aberration's normally defensive.
Aberration. Okay.
Maybe a mixture of aberration and transmutation has enhanced it.
I want to take a look really close at the door. Like I want to get.
You're
a
not
good idea
exactly
of what-
sure how it works, but there is some kind of locking system to this because you do detect that there is some kind of like something similar to an arcane lock, but it seems like more powerful.
Could I investigate to get a even?
I
more-
will assist you.
Do we still have the key? Or is it stuck in the door?
There's no keyhole.
There's no key.
No, the key that we used to the big door up top.
Yes, no. That did come off. It doesn't seem to have anything that matches with this door here.
Okay.
Okay.
Real
So-
quick though.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, we learned a very valuable lesson. I would just like to point out that if a door is locked, it might be keeping something behind it.
I agree. I'm not necessarily wanting to open it. I just want to understand how. Because if we're going to secure this entire area, we need to know what's behind this door eventually. But we may need to go and get more people before we do that.
Okay.
I'm not jumping the gun on that. I know that it's jewel encrusted and therefore very tempting to open right now, but
Yes.
kind of why I think that
It's
we
like
shouldn't.
it's got like you can get a like look of it and kind of study it. The door seems to have like a strange design of almost like it's like looking inside the maw of a dragon.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Oh,
I'm intrigued.
good.
No.
So if I were to like really dig into this, would that be investigation?
Sure, roll that. You've
I
rolled
would
Arcana.
assist.
Give me-
I'm
with the,
assisting.
detect. No, I would assist with the detect magic in terms of like
Okay.
seeing which areas have got the magic.
So should I roll with
We'll
advantage?
go ahead
or
and roll
just
with
normal?
advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to assist with investigation, so
I'll
All right.
take that.
yeah.
You're fairly certain that it doesn't have a normal. If it has a normal kind of lock, it's directly connected to the arcane lock-like spell that seems to be on here. It seems to be
Okay.
maybe a spell you don't necessarily know, and it seems to be like higher level spell or stronger magic than a normal arcane lock has been placed on here. You get a feeling that maybe something like a knock might be able to help on here. A knock spell.
Yeah.
It wouldn't necessarily. It might not be a guarantee.
Would your wizard friend upstairs might be able to help?
Theoretically, he is more of a divination wizard than he is
Yeah.
anything
I'm gonna
else.
hold my holy symbol to it, long, like just close, just to see if anything happens.
You don't see any reaction.
Wait, divination. Isn't that searching for things?
Sort of.
Could he possibly see what's beyond the door somehow?
Possibly. But I also know his magic is dangerous. And we also saw
should
that
focus
Cthulhu
on
couldn't go.
Yeah, that's true. But we
Magic
also
might
have
not be-
another task that's like definitely at hand, which there is possibly a beast roaming around.
We've been through every other
We've been
place.
through everywhere but in here.
Mm-hmm. And
But
or
if-
there is actually only 2 places you haven't been, and logically
is here.
one of them here, and the other is behind a collapse, which could have occurred at any time.
Right.
Well,
This is the only
Let's go
place
to-
we have left that we can easily do.
Get to.
are you saying the collapse that could have happened at any time was that tunnel in
Yes.
the last room we were in? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically, all 3 of the collapses could have occurred at any time.
Which kind of makes me think a beast has been running around and smashing walls.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or it could have happened when we were dropped.
Yeah. Could
That
have.
too, yeah.
So, I want to, like,
Ooh. Nokren is like, just as they're talking, Nokren's like, ooh, got an idea. He's gonna take the great sword and
Mhm.
hold it up to the magic great sword that we found upstairs in like a cache. He's
Yeah.
gonna hold the magic it to the door where he feels the magic.
I mean, there doesn't seem to be any reaction you can detect necessarily.
I'll push on the door a little.
Damn it!
Seems sealed still.
Push
what
it
about
away.
striking
Sad.
it with the magic sword, not just holding it up to?
I mean, I can do that. Should I make an attack roll?
You can hit. I'll just say if you want to hit, you can.
I don't
it's a big
think
old
that's
door.
going
It is a big
to-
old door. You'll slash into it. You get a good hit on the door, but it just kind of like it doesn't even seem to scratch it.
Ting.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if Nokren would fly back when
No.
he hit the door.
It just
I think we need to talk to your friend.
Thanks.
it felt like I'll describe how it felt like taking a wooden stick and hitting it to a metal door.
That ain't gonna work.
I would
Yeah.
I'll try holding up my
like
nice
you know
battle
like
axe.
you know like even like a great sword versus like an iron bar is probably not going to work, but you still would
No.
maybe feel like something there, you know, against the hit.
Yeah.
This
This
definitely
is like
felt
nope.
like, you know, you hit something into something harder.
It's like taking something to a cliff and being like, I'm gonna break it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
While everyone's playing with the door, I'm going to start heading back upstairs.
Yeah, let's go to Mercedes.
All right.
I know.
What was the cat's name?
It'll take me
Tinder boots.
Tinder.
It'll take me the longest to
Tinder
get there, so I figure I might get a head
Get
start.
a head start.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I can keep dashing, but that's going to get tiring eventually.
Hey guys, let me dash up with you. Ha, 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 ha.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
All right, you can all get to Mercady's place. You will find him downstairs answering the door rather than Tinder Boots for this time. He seems to have been looking through the paperwork there. Good to see you once again. Is there anything I can do for you? How did that key work out? Was that the correct one?
Wait, I believe so. I don't remember.
Yes, it opened the door down there.
Excellent.
Open a
Wonderful.
door.
Yeah, we have another door.
Now we have
We have a
another
door
door
issue.
problem. It's a jewel-encrusted door. Kind of looks like you're staring into the maw of a dragon.
Oh, that's interesting.
Magical.
Do you know anything about it?
Unfortunately, no. I don't know much about the downstairs there, where things seem to have been. I only know the stories that have been told.
What stories have been told?
Apparently, the first Duke, when he was founding the original manor, the building we are in now, the core of what will become the castle as it evolved, he was breaking grounds for a dungeon. And in the grounds, when they were constructing it, they came across a passage that seems to have been built, some kind of ancient ruins it was best described as, because it was hewn stone itself and led somewhere. A number of workers attempted to explore it, ended up getting killed. It seems as though they lured something back up with them, But once they were all dead, it wandered back down to where hence it came.
Fun.
You guys did see signs that in the room, like right beyond the door, was like scratches and blood and all kinds of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
The first Duke then just commissioned a door to seal the area off completely. That was that. And it was forgotten.
Well, what do you know about opening doors with magical lock on?
What kind of magical lock? Are we talking like a key that requires a magical key, or
No.
are we talking something like that requires a spell?
Nokren would then
spell.
explain the feeling he got from the detect magic. Whatever that was,
Interesting.
however it would be, yeah.
I don't know. I might have something that could handle that.
Go on.
An invention that he has that has no other purpose other than
I mean,
Device.
I might have.
Invention number 3.
I might have one of those, but I was thinking that I perhaps could have a spell in amongst my books that might be able to work on it.
And how long would it take you to find that spell?
I don't. I was attempting to organize my books when you interrupted me.
I apologize.
As he's looking like, you're in a room filled with books and papers.
Yeah.
Can I do an investigation at disadvantage?
I could
But
attempt.
don't give yourself disadvantage. Don't ever ask for the disadvantage.
I could.
Nokren would have disadvantage at this. Like,
I
let's
mean-
be honest.
I could attempt to use knock on the door and see if that would do anything.
Do you know knock?
Yes, my spell book has it in it, but I don't normally.
Do you know where your
memorize
spell book
it.
is?
Yes, of course.
Good. That's a very good start for organizing your book.
I just don't normally have it prepared.
Do you have it prepared right now?
No, I don't.
Well,
I mean,
how do you feel about taking a nice long nap preparing that spell?
I could prepare it for tomorrow.
Tomorrow sounds good. In the meantime, before you take a little rest for that, if you do find a spell that could help, or if you'd be willing to also copy that spell to a scroll so that I might also have that in my spellbook, because I find it lacking at the moment, and we've run into many doors that I would very much prefer to just open rather than having to do other things with, sit in front of for several hours.
Nokren's actually going to turn to him and say, if you guys don't have any other plans, I'm willing to help him look through his books for that spell.
I'm willing to help
I'll
look
help
for
as well.
all spells as well. I'm not just looking for knock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For all-
Nokren's just looking for
To
knock.
make it easier, rather than a scroll, he could theoretically, if you would be able to pay him, rent out his spellbook for copying from there.
How much is payment?
I would have to get the
Would
numbers
one-
for you.
Would 1 platinum do?
No.
Would a few
Would
platinum
2
do?
platinum do?
No. It might not even
How
be
many
20
platinum?
platinum. You have to remember how expensive scrolls were. This is
I
slightly
remember how
cheaper.
expensive
This
scrolls
is technically cheaper than scrolls, but maybe only like 75% of the price.
Okay, because I still have the equipment for 1 scroll conversion into a spellbook.
Yeah. That is the material. You still have to buy the scrolls separately. It's
Yes.
basically, that's the point. You don't have to pay for
I'm
the
just,
scroll. You're
I'm just
basically,
saying factor that in when.
yes,
Let's see if we
that
can find it
factor
first.
helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see if we can find it first, just in case.
Is Mercedes all right with us looking around?
What are you looking for exactly?
He knows where it is. It's in his spell book.
He has
He
knock in
said
his
he
spell
might
book.
have another one.
He might have
I
some
thought
other
it was gonna be-
spells and stuff that like, or
That's
That's
information.
what I'm looking for.
I guess if you want to give it like a lot of hours and roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying that like we don't have
We're
any.
all help.
Yeah.
We have to wait till tomorrow for knock any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
So I'm just gonna.
So while you guys
I'll
are
help
doing
you.
Does he at
that,
least
I'll
get
help you.
advantage then?
I'm gonna help Tim.
Okay.
I'm helping too, I was saying.
Okay, yeah.
I am not helping.
Tim, you can roll with some advantage. Grits, what are you doing while they're doing this
Grits
for a
would
long
wander
time?
out and... Oh no.
Nice.
How many spells do I find?
None really, because he doesn't have
damn
like
it.
organized. What you can do though is I will provide you that now Mercedes is more efficient in everything he does, and if you ever need him to make any kind of intelligence-based check, he automatically does it with advantage.
Oh,
Nice.
And
you know what?
Okay.
That's better. That is so
Yeah.
much better.
That is so much.
Yes. So now it's like if you ever inquire a question with him, when he makes his check, he has advantage on it. Because he actually knows where a lot of...
His office.
He organized his office.
We sorted the books into actually his library now properly.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if you would die, you realize that, like, it was probably better to do that rather than to dive into the books to see what's individually at them, because there are so many deep tomes here, it would take you maybe weeks and weeks. Rather now, the person that might be familiar with them might have a little easier time organized looking through them anyway.
Right.
Okay,
Now I will also note the time you spent organized 1/3 of his offices.
You know what? Hey, if that means that in the future he's going to be an even better wizard, he organized more shit, fine.
This was basically his collection of more information-based stuff. He still has like a lot of his like his trinkets are the top floor and everything related to that. He has a laboratory with a lot of stuff related to that, and then he's got his personal room, which actually is less messy than anything because he doesn't keep anything there.
So there were no spells at all.
I mean, there might be some spells in amongst here, or it looks as though like some of the stuff is based on magic theory. So rather than being actual spells, it might give information on like developing spells too.
Oh, okay. And with that, would I gain any knowledge for things in the future that you don't have to tell me about now?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'll keep it in mind.
We'll talk. We'll talk. Okay.
We'll have some words.
We'll have some.
And I guess then we'll go rest and come back in the morning.
So
I'm kind of
while
on a
they were
roll, so
doing
I'm going to
that,
be.
Grits,
reading.
what were you doing while this was happening?
I would have gone over actually to the cathedral or the chapel to see the daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, you would have.
Kasula.
Yeah.
I keep saying I want to say Kosuth. Kasula.
Yeah.
And just to see how her action hero poses are going.
Very well then.
And help her out with those.
Yes. Okay.
Because she's my goddaughter, so
Yes.
now I have to figure out how to be, you know,
a good
a
godmother.
godmother to an elven banshee child.
Yes.
Tim will come, like, because obviously he's just gonna rest for the 4 hours that he needs to get his spells back, and then he's gonna come and hang out. Literally, just gonna be hanging out. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys will just kind of do that. In the morning, you can go and you will find Mercedes not in his room, but you will find him with a couple of guards down in the down below. He
really takes some initiative.
Yeah.
Man.
I attempted to use knock on it. At first, it seemed like it might work, but there seems to be another enchantment on this door. It seems as though it's what young Nokren here detected as a more higher strength to arcane lock is actually another spell which seems to prevent my knock from working on it.
Now, you didn't notice any large noises or shuffling or anything when you used knock, did you?
No.
Good.
Seems quiet.
Great. Good. Glad to hear that.
I think I can break the enchantment. It'll probably take something a little more than dispel.
What are you thinking?
I don't have greater dispel. I know of the spell. I could see if anybody in town either has it, which is very unlikely as I'm probably the most powerful wizard left in town. But
Tim is gonna look at him really, like, kind of a little bit pissed off, but also, like, fair enough, I did lose 50 years, but we'll come back to that discussion in the future.
Yeah. The other option would be to redevelop the spell myself. I could do that. It would take some... spell development is something I have dabbled into, but don't tend to have a chance to get into a higher form of dispelling. I believe I should be able to master it.
How long?
I'm unsure.
You don't need to give me an exact number. Estimate.
The minimum time it takes to develop a spell, usually, a cantrip, is approximately a week.
It's a long time.
Unfortunately, it is. And I think I have a head start on where to go with this. And your organization of my materials allowed me to access some of my books on spell development very easily. I noticed. Which is excellent, which means I could speed up the process significantly. I still think the minimum amount of time it would take me would be about a week to, if I do not get lucky and there's no one in town that has a spell I could use. I'll inquire around. There are certain folks, certain individuals who are more private, but my standing should get me audiences with them. And
is there
perhaps
anything we can do to help?
I don't think so, unless you are ready to hobnob with the rich.
Quick question.
He's gonna look to Tim and be like, which I'm unsure if that would be successful in your case.
I can hobnob.
Tim is gonna look right back at him, knowing full well what he's talking about, and just glare. Just like one of those seething glares that eats right into your soul, that you know you've struck a chord, and you know you kind of have to watch yourself when you sleep.
He's gonna look. He's gonna give his smug look back at you.
Nokren's gonna speak up.
No.
You're sensing rival tensions between them. Just rivalry.
So I have an idea that is not necessarily going to open the door. In fact, I very, very, very highly doubt it's going to open the door. Mm-hmm. But we are worried that there might be a creature roaming around in here. I'm going to call it to us if there's any chance of it being in here and still alive and able to hear anything.
Before you do that,
okay.
Looking at the door, you said it's a picture of a dragon, and it's got jewels encrusted and stuff.
As if it's a dragon's maw, that like the jewels seem to
like
encrust.
Any certain kind of dragon?
It's hard to tell. It looks like it's like open mouth, where it looks like, you know, the like embedded in the teeth are like jewels and stuff.
Any specific colors?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Like dark. Like it looks like metal. You know, it's a metal door with only like a little bit of painting.
My thought was open dragon with open mouth, maybe, and I'll motion to Nokren. Open dragon with open mouth, you do the electrocuty thing. Is that how those things work?
I want to turn to the wizards.
I mean, it's not impossible, but highly unlikely.
Tim is just going to be shaking his head.
Okay, well, I'll try two things
happen?
then. Yeah, I'm going to try two things. I'm gonna lightning breath it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna thunderous smite it, so that if anything's still in here, it will hear it, and come to us.
Okay.
We need to make sure this place is clear. So, first of all, I'm gonna lightning breath the.
I'm gonna stand.
Oh no, I can't lightning breath it. I don't have it. Oh, we would have had a short rest in that time,
yeah,
surely.
we just rested.
Oh, we had a
we had a day.
A long rest.
Yeah.
I'm stealthing and going around the corner.
Okay. Lightning pours into the door, and it's just lightning is on the door. It doesn't seem to be effective.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then I attack it and thunderous smite it.
I'm plugging my ears.
Okay. There's a loud noise that seems to reverberate throughout the entire area, and then it is just quiet again. and it's quiet and quiet, and it continues to be so.
Tim's
I think
gonna
this place is
unplug his
clear.
ears. What?
I think this place is clear. I think we're good. Whatever's in here can't get to us, I think, if it's still alive.
How long would it
because
take us
that
to
would've-
clear through that rubble?
Which rubble? The one that's over there?
The last one that we haven't checked out.
If you guys did it on your own, you're not exactly sure. I guess Grits, roll me a stonework history check. Sure. I think that's advantage because you're a dwarf. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think so.
Sure. Take it and run.
Uh-huh.
I'll take it. Sure. Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh!
She took it.
Boom!
Okay.
Alright.
You estimate that if you excavated it properly, because it does look like it could be cleared out of the way, it would require some shoring up to the hall, kind of, but it would be possible. Just the 4/maybe 5 of you, maybe a week if you're lucky. It's like 5 by 5 by 10 feet of heavy stone. You know, if you work for long periods of time, you guys might be able to do it in less.
Yeah.
But like, it's a lot of stone. You know.
I go back to intimidating the stone.
Fast forward a week.
Does it help?
I don't think we want to wait a week right now. Like, I mean,
We
to
have
be
other
fair,
jobs.
if we had a full, like, just that.
As you're kind of discussing this, though, a man comes down to you from upstairs. Excuse me. He's like kind of like looking around, like this place is really weird. I heard you were down here.
The thunderous smile.
No, we're not.
I think you're mistaken. We're definitely not down here.
No.
Commander Moloch is looking for you.
I understand that he's probably just sketched out, but can I insight on him?
Yeah.
Like, I wanna figure out what his deal is. I don't, for whatever reason, I don't
Not
trust
trying
this
to hide in the rubble.
extremely innocuous NPC.
I would also like to insight.
Yeah, realistically, I would as well.
Okay.
I would like
I
to-
get real close
So
to him
so
and
you,
I'm like,
you guys look.
Oh,
yeah.
Rufus, killing it.
So you're like really uncomfortably close to the guy, and Rufus and Nokren are like judging him up. He seems to be just a confused guard that he has the look of like, this was down here?
Okay. Okay,
Alright.
so it was just confusion, and I know he was guard, but I was like, the way he's talking, I don't know, seems a little sketchy. But
Rufus
okay.
is standing there staring into his soul and petting his sheep.
Tim is gonna turn to Mercedes at this point then and say, well, it seems as though we need more time. Would you mind going and asking? I mean, the cleric could theoretically have a dispel. He is, I assume, capable in at least some magics. He's been capable so far. He might. Apart from that,
I'll look into what he can do too. I will
apart from
inquire.
that, I'll leave it to you. I trust you to know who's magical in this town and who isn't.
I'll see what I can do.
And as I turn then to the rest of the group, I'm going to say, and we should probably go see Commander Malik then.
Sure.
Yep.
Sound like we got something better to do at the moment.
And I'm going to cast a minor illusion behind, that's literally just a whisper. It's just a whisper, and it's going to be right in Mercedes' ear, and it's just going to say, I really hope that you watch yourself while you sleep. Not in my voice. It's going to be the voice of a dragon, if I can manage it.
It's Nokren's voice.
Roll. That like
Deception?
Deception, yeah.
Sure.
It's Nokren's voice.
It sounds like Nokren, right?
It sounds like Nokren.
I'm like, Nokren's close enough that he's like, what the fuck? What?
No, that was a really, and like he knows the magic, he knows it's me. It was more just to do it. Which, by the way, I would have rather rolled, but that's okay.
All right. Anyway. You'll find Commander Moloch where you normally would find him, and he'd be like, "I'm so glad you're in town. I unfortunately have perhaps a job that maybe you can handle. As you know, we are fairly stretched thin here, and I don't have the manpower to send many scouts out into the valley area. Most of the time, those that go out there are the one or two that are willing to accompany hunters, or the hunters themselves who go out there on their own, who bring me back information. Well, there's an area that's very dangerous, that there have been some strange goings on in that. You seem to have investigated a couple of areas already. Maybe you can investigate this one.
I suppose we could.
I'm sure you're aware that to the, for better lack of directions, the northwest of us is a forest where the savage ones seem to live. Well, a hunter was brave enough to dive into that area for a period of time, seeing if the reason that they're there is good hunting. He managed to escape with his life, and has told me that they have some kind of campsite in that area, like a large one. I'm worried that perhaps they're forming some kind of war band against us.
This sounds familiar. The last time this city went to war, we wound up in this place.
We are not ready for another one.
No,
I don't think.
Certainly not.
So, being prepared would mean everything.
Prepare anyways, no matter what we come back with.
But if you could investigate and find any kind of information about what they're planning, what they're doing, what is this campsite? Is this campsite for war? For another purpose? This could be a settlement they have here. If so, it is worrying, but less worrying than if it is a band of warriors specifically arriving together in that area, banding together to attack us.
Okay. Just to clarify, it's just a reconnaissance mission, though. Presumably...
If you have an opportunity to cause any sort of damage to their... If it seems an attack, sabotage, please do.
Okay.
Do we know which direction they are in the castle? I assume so.
He will...
Northwest.
On your map, the other forest, not the one that is filled with the Fae.
It was more of a...
Northeast is Fae, northwest is... Oh, it's probably reversed for your cameras. Northwest is Savage Ones, northeast is the Fae Forest.
Yes. You can kind of mark a general area on your map, sort of in the center of the area.
Oh, that's lovely.
Okay, so then in that case, since we know which direction they are right now, I know we don't have a lot of information about the other directions, but fortify that first. And I'm sure you're aware, Mercedes is a dick, so don't trust him to help you as much as you normally would, but if you do, find him someone who can organize his room, maybe? He might be a little bit nicer if he had an organized workspace, and I really think it's irresponsible to not have an assistant for him to do that. There was a really nice young man. We had him helping Orn. Perhaps we could send him over to help organize Mercedes' room.
Oh, that poor man.
I think this is probably what we should do. We should send that young man over to help Mercedes organize his room as best he can, obviously. And I think what you should do if you can, Commander Mount, is fortify, and we will go out and do reconnaissance.
Thank you.
Let's go grab Red.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think we can go without him. One, he would be very sad.
Yeah, no, I just don't want to leave him around. Oh, like that would just be mean,
I
basically.
mean,
You'd break Red's little heart.
More Red little heart.
you see like the tears down his cheeks, like. Doo, doo,
No, we're bringing Red with us.
doo, doo, doo,
He's
gonna
just
follow
sitting
us.
up on the wall, like his legs dangling over. He's
Yeah.
like,
It's a couple of days
I
travel,
will
right? It's not just
remember
like 1 day's
when
travel.
they left me behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, Candace, it's like a couple days travel. It's not just like 1 day's travel, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I don't. Basically, I was worried about the fact that I just wasted a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. No. It is a few days journey. You'll have to take. It'll probably be a few days journey before you reach the edge of the forest itself. So I mean,
Yeah.
you have some bunch of field to pass through.
Yep. Nope.
I think
Time
we
to
should-
prepare for stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
maybe we
I
can
think-
get a mantis.
Hmm.
I think we should keep an eye on mantises, and like we should keep an eye on the flora and the fauna
Okay.
around as much as possible.
Agreed.
And we should map as much as possible this
Yeah,
way.
Oh,
Nokren's
yeah.
gonna continue
Yeah.
to note all, like, get his notebook to get ready to note any more fauna or
Are
flora we
we-
see.
Are we bringing horses? Or are we walking? Or what are we doing?
I vote walk.
I also vote walk.
Yeah, we don't like Nokren would say that horses would look like we have a limited amount of them. That
And they'd
we
be
need
tasty
to-
treats.
Yeah, they're tasty treats, and
Plus,
we're
that
also
would
trying
put us
to go
above the
stealthily.
grass.
Yeah.
True. Okay. Then in that case, let's go for a stroll. And let's
Alright.
grab Red. And
grab Red.
Bring him with us.
Okay. So you'll have a couple.
Refill every.
You'll refill everything, get yourself prepared, and head out. The first couple of days, relatively uneventful. Well, I said relatively uneventful as in the normal kind of horrific things that seem to patrol this area you have danger with. But about when you're getting closer to the forest, you're approaching like midday, third day, or what would be equivalent to your midday. You're pretty sure by the evening you'll reach the edge of the forest. You actually come across an area where you can kind of see the grass kind of opens up a little bit, as if it's been trampled. It seems to be some kind of clearing.
Okay, can I look at the
it's been
footprints to see if
trampled?
it's like?
Yes.
Let's see. Can I look to see if I can find footprints to see what it was trampled by?
Well, you can see what it's been trampled by because you can see the remains of 4 soldiers, all from your castle.
Are they
The
alive or dead?
remains.
Remains.
Oh, remains.
They are
I
dead.
mean, you could check them. They just are really not moving. They
What
seem to be
killed them?
clad. They seem to be
That's what I'm
covered.
checking.
They seem to be covered
Yeah.
in blade marks, and some of them have arrows piercing into them.
Savages.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna quickly look around because this could be a trap.
All right, it is a trap, and you're being attacked.
Oh, yep. Okay.
Wait. Do I have a thing? Do I have a thing? No, I don't think I have a thing yet.
Do we get a initiative or is it surprise round?
They get their surprise.
Are we
Oh,
leveled?
You'll be after this one.
If we survive.
I'm
we
just gonna say,
survive.
Red's off in a battle with one of them right now. We'll
Okay.
excuse that, you know.
And he'll win.
He will
probably.
totally win.
Unless Tiff comes back and says, "No,
yes.
I died."
he probably would win. These savage ones do seem to have a little bit of injury with them. It looks like they didn't get unscathed against these soldiers.
Good.
All right, let us go. It seems to be a group of 3 of them. The one of them
Just
is
3.
yeah, 3. One of them who kind of charges forward at you seems to be a kind of hairy, stocky, kind of a brownish furred male who kind of charges forward with a battle axe, while kind of behind him at the edge of the area seems to be two, which you're guessing maybe are a little younger, that are attacking with short bows. So, big guy will definitely go for the biggest looking guy, which will be Nokren in this case.
Yep.
So, he will attack with a battle. What's your AC? A lot?
20.
Yeah. So, he will miss, because he'll roll a 2.
Good, he doesn't have a plus 18, guys. That's a good start.
The other two will launch arrows, probably one at Grits and one at Tim, because they're probably going to dismiss the tiny one right now, just for reasons.
That's their mistake.
Grits, what's your AC?
14.
You'll be hit. Tim, yours?
That's a good question. Did I cast Mage Armor?
I would assume on traveling you would have it on.
Yeah, my assumption is that I would have.
It's 8 hours, so yeah.
Oh, he misses anyway.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. So, the one that hits Grits does... Okay. Let's roll this. 9 damage.
Ow.
Gets a really good shot and kind of lodges it into your side.
Perfect.
Initiative?
Initiative, yes.
Almost amazing. That was almost amazing.
Go 13, buddy.
Oh,
Wow.
Tim.
Way to go, Tim.
So my
Okay.
one thing that I rolled early on.
Let me check.
As none of us rolled well on our initiative.
Yeah, check.
Again.
What he gets plus.
This seems to be a theme.
I never do go on this shit.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
So launch.
I think
Launch.
they're going first.
Wait. I thought you said 3 of them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
No, those were attacks. I rolled the 2 adolescents together.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I guess. What was your AC, Tim?
15.
All right. So, Grits, you'll take another 6. Tim, you'll take 10.
Ooh.
Tim is real hurt.
Ooh.
Okay.
Grits is
Then
real hurt.
then it is Rufus's turn.
I am going to take my action to hide in the grass.
You guys
Well, no,
remember,
well,
you guys
bonus
are
action.
open area. You'd have to run to the side of the grass.
Damn it. Fine.
Or up behind a larger creature.
I mean,
I have an idea. I
Fine.
have an idea for what I'm gonna do. So,
I'm going to move up to
you
the
and
one
Knock can
that's
go at
on...
the same time, so you guys could go at the same time.
Yeah. I'm going to move up to the one that's on Tim then.
It's arrowing Tim.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
Me
the
and
only
Tim are
one,
getting
the only one
arrowed.
in melee is the one after Nokren.
Ah.
yeah, it's okay. I have an idea though.
Oh, go ahead.
Hopefully it'll work. So I'm gonna first of all, I'm going to do this on myself as a bonus action.
All right.
And
so
then
you cannot be
I'm-
hit even more.
Yeah, and then I'm going to roar and as an intimidation to try and get them all to attack me.
Mhm.
Like make it look like, and with the glowing of the shield of faith, make it look like I'm the one they really want. So
Okay.
just
All right.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Come at me, bro.
Rufus.
Yeah, and I'll hit the great sword against the.
Okay.
Also, waving a great sword around with one hand.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I can hide behind a creature one size
Yes.
me. So
Yeah,
I'm
you
going
can
to
hide
hide behind Tim. And then, since I'm hit it, well, let me roll my stealth, because that's a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Can I, with my roaring, can I still get an attack? Or is that my turn?
I think that's making the intimidation is just your
Yeah,
turn
okay,
kind
that's
of thing.
fair. That's fair.
Okay, you're pretty stealthful. Let me actually check, because I want to make sure I get the right numbers. So I just gotta go between same area, 2 different. Yeah. Okay, you're stealthy. Yeah.
Okay, so can I get a sneak then?
Sure.
Short bow sneak!
Okay.
We
Holy crap!
Oh, yeah!
Okay. Let me
It's
check.
a lot of dice.
Who were you shooting?
The one that was been attacking you. As I'm hiding behind you and hitting the one that's...
Okay.
Perfect. So he'll attack me more.
Clearly, this came from that elf.
Okay. You get a good hit on it, and it's still standing, but seems injured. Okay.
But you might be able to finish it off now.
Grits, you get your turn then.
Awesome. You know what? I'm gonna slide around to get up next to the one that is attacking Nokren.
Okay.
So that I'm next to Nokren.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy?
If you go from the other side, you can flank.
There's
He
no
doesn't do
flanking.
Oh, there isn't flanking. You're right. No, never mind.
Yeah, no, I'd rather be next to you within reach because when I
So
go
I can
down,
put my shield in front of you. That too.
So and then I'll just short sword for my first hit.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
You will hit that guy, I think. Let me just check to make sure.
Stabby stab.
Yeah, it should hit. Where are you? There you are. Yep, that hits.
Cool. So and then I'm gonna key point to strike him 2 more times, or try to strike him 2 more times. Ooh,
Okay.
16 and 16.
Yeah, you hit all times.
So another 8.
16
nice.
damage.
16
that's
total
some
point
good
damage,
damage,
and
yeah.
then walk up,
Yep.
stab, punch, punch, boom.
Okay.
By the way, I look like shit right now. I've got like an arrow sticking out of like my neck, like, gushing blood, because I'm at 4 hit points.
Okay, so that doesn't happen.
Me too.
I need to make some d20 checks. I need to make 1. Okay, let me check.
Oh, hold on.
You
Do I have
do
that
have
thing?
that staff, if you need be.
I really hope that that's not the check for my intimidation.
Do I lose my turn because I rolled
Oh, no.
that one?
No, you just go dead last.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I haven't gone.
Okay. All right. And for him,
Tim hasn't gone yet.
Is
I
this
know.
a thing that's happening here?
some
Oh, no, they
things
were
are
before
happening.
you, Tim.
Just
They
give me
were
a second.
before you, Tim.
Okay. All right. So the
They've already
one
gone twice. They went. They had a surprise.
he hasn't gone.
Yeah.
So the one that both of them basically that got damaged seem to lose control of themselves.
Oh crap!
Oh, I
Good.
forgot they do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They
I
roll that
didn't
with
know about this.
when they
Oh,
take damage, they
yeah.
roll a DC save against that damage with disadvantage to not just automatically rage and attack the nearest thing. Which
Oh.
means they could technically attack allies, but they are spread apart.
That's probably one of their tactics.
Yes, they keep away from it and like spread themselves in amongst the enemy because in case they lose control. Yeah. Anyway, the one that's in front of Nokren, since he's kind of lost, is just gonna go after him. Let me see here.
22 AC. Let's do this.
Gets some.
Only a 22.
And he hits a 27.
I mean,
It's
And
You
I
can't
can
hit a
negate
27.
It's
crit.
awesome.
I can negate a crit with a bonus reaction.
That's good to know.
well, he doesn't. He gets extra damage from the rage.
Guys,
not extra
remind me if I
attack.
roll a 1, I have
Oh,
halfway
okay.
luck.
Mm.
Oh.
Because
Where
I
are you?
forgot
Remind
that
me
in
if I
the past.
die, who's gonna bring me back?
No, he misses hitting Nokren.
With the shield.
I mean-
knock it away.
Your your actual normal shield, rather than your magical faith shield, blocked it this time. You know.
Yeah.
Ping.
Okay. Tim's turn.
Okay,
Do a
So-
thing, Tim.
I am going to... Is the use of the staff a full action or a bonus action?
Full action.
Action.
That's not worth it. I mean, it probably is totally worth it, but
But not to Tim.
not to Tim.
Worth
You might be able to take out one of the guys that I hit.
Ooh.
On who?
On the one that they're attacking.
Okay.
Me and
That makes
Nokren.
sense because then it keeps hitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing it that the one that's fighting Nokren and
Yeah.
Grits. Okay, do some good damage to him.
Good.
All right. That leaves it at the top of the order, which is totally the ones. The one is going to charge up at Tim because he's kind of going to just drop his short bow and draw his weapon and charge in.
My intimidation didn't work.
No, yeah, it's. I'm probably going down here. So.
Gotcha.
Oh, bite him.
Yeah. It's exact same damage as the bow. They do the exact same damage either way. 8 damage.
He's at 0.
I'm at 0.
Okay. The other one will.
Dirt nap.
The other one will then continue to launch attacks at Grits.
Oh crap! I'm no longer hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Your cover just fell down.
For another 9.
No.
I'm unconscious.
Okay. Okay. Rufus, you and Nokren are up.
Well,
There's one that seems very
boss.
angry right in front of you.
yes.
Yeah, but I can't attack it because I have to heal now.
No. You
me
can do it. I have multiple turns.
We have death
to try to
saves.
heal. Yeah, we have death saves. We're not dead yet.
The thing is,
How far
they're
away is
berserk.
the
They
grass?
might keep attacking a corpse.
How far away is what?
The grass.
Like another, like, 20 feet?
Cure wounds is an action, goddammit.
25?
20 feet.
Action,
Oh,
goddammit.
20 feet. Ooh,
Just
then I could
attack.
dash into the grass.
Yeah. And take your entire turn to dash and hide.
No, well, I don't. Well, I could dash and then attack, or attack and then dash. Actually,
That's true.
No, I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use.
but if I do that, it's
I'm
probably
gonna
gonna
use your
keep
battle
hitting.
axe to whack him in your face.
No, I'm gonna use 8 points of lay on hands.
Oh, to me?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm up.
Yep.
Up,
I keep
and
picking
then-
him up.
For bonus action, I'm just gonna continue my sheet to try and get their attention.
Ting,
Get
ting,
the
ting,
angry
ting.
one's attention.
I'm just going to drop my bow and rapier the guy because if I don't leave this area, he's probably just going to beat the crap out of Tim
Sure. Go ahead.
and kill him. So I don't have much of a choice.
Okay.
Fudge. Sickles.
Grits, you are
Almost a
up but
19.
on the ground. Half movement to stand up.
It is. What is it to fall prone?
Nothing. You are already
You are
prone.
No. The reason I'm asking, half movement to stand up, attack, and then drop prone again because the guy that's hitting me is currently the guy that's shooting at me, and he'll take disadvantage shooting
Yeah,
at range.
but if the other dude attacks me, he gets advantage.
Quiet.
Go ahead and
Don't
try
remind the DM that he's
it. Go
there.
ahead. I know he's there. Go ahead and try it if you want to.
All right, half movement to pop up,
Uh-huh.
short sword.
Uh-huh. Okay, he's dead.
Yay!
Yeah.
know what?
The witch bolt almost finished him off.
Nice. I will. Sorry.
After you
Tim.
punched
you're
the
unconscious.
crap out
I
of
know.
him.
Tim's gonna wake up and be like, "Oh, he's dead. Did I do it?"
I
did it, guys.
The
Well, as
rest
soon
of
as you
my
got
movement-
unconscious, wouldn't it stop or would it keep going?
It would have.
No, it would stop.
Yeah. Rest of my movement, I'm gonna shimmy around so that I am, sorry, Nokren, using you as a sort of shield for the
No,
moment
that's exactly what I want. Like that's
while
good.
I catch my breath.
Uh-huh.
Like I put Shield of Faith on me to try and get them to all
Yeah.
attack me. So that's okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Didn't
No, it didn't work.
Tim,
That's because I forgot.
roll
I
a
went
death
crazy.
save.
Hold on.
Don't worry,
where's
Tim.
that? Where is that?
It's just a flat D20.
Just click, yeah.
No, I know, but I haven't.
Or if you click death save.
Thing
Oh,
on
yeah.
the Thing. I just don't.
It's just the word
see-
death save.
There we go.
Oh,
You made it.
Oh, that's one success.
Yep. Okay. Okay, the one that's in front of Rufus will go after him. What's your AC?
16 AC.
He'll miss you. And the other one, I guess, will take a fire towards Grits with disadvantage because he isn't out of control and can tell who's threatening, so he'll miss Grits. Basically, like, the big shield thing has been yelling a lot and hasn't actually done anything. And then, like, this little, like, dwarf ran up and just murdered the other guy. So he's like, okay, I know who the target is.
Yeah, okay, wait, so he's gonna take that shot. I'm gonna, like, deflect it out of the way from Grits,
Yeah.
to seeing it's going for Grits.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at him and just go, whoa!
Okay. Let me roll something here. Okay. Let me see how many hit points he has. Okay, so that's that.
So he's like, oh, he's not intimidating.
Oh, he gets a dexterity save. Let me roll a d20 for that, though. Your DC was 12.
12.
Okay. Alright. He passes it.
Yeah.
Dang, high dex creatures.
Dang, having at least a +2 dexterity
But that means he might
modifier.
have saved against the damage, so he might not be raging.
Oh, he
thing.
certainly did. He is not raging. That's what I rolled for first, actually.
Yeah.
But then, Nokren is gonna sprint straight up into his face.
Okay.
just hi.
Okay, Rufus, what are you doing?
I guess I will rapier again, because I have a guy in my face.
He really wants to murder you.
And I'll roll even worse.
Wow. Alright then. Tim, how about them death saves?
Do I trip over Tim?
Or, I'm sorry.
Wait.
I forgot, yeah. I forgot you,
You do know you
Grits.
guys have potions, right?
Grits, what are you doing?
I know that.
So that death save doesn't count?
No, it still counts. You've
Okay,
made it.
thank-
Failed.
Oh, okay.
You've made one and
Aw.
failed one.
I'm actually going to move over, and I am going to use my action to make a medicine check to stabilize.
Good idea.
Success!
Yes.
It's a 10 or higher,
Okay.
it has to.
Yeah, you're not dying.
So
then,
he's stable,
Tim.
you don't have to make death saving throws
So
anymore.
that last one didn't count. So you're
Wait, but that means she's also next to the one guy, right?
Oh yeah.
That's okay.
Thank you.
He'll
Thank you. Now I get sneak.
Also, he has
Oh!
so let me roll a d4 because he doesn't really care. He's going to attack one of you. So 1 and 2 will continue to attack Rufus. 3 or 4 Grits. He doesn't like Grits.
Oh no, Grits.
Dang it. I was kind of.
What was your AC?
14.
All right.
Grits, no!
You're down again. Whack.
God damn
How
it.
many points of damage? Huh? How many points does he do?
damage
10.
or 9 damage.
Ah, damn it.
So you got a +4.
Well, there goes my freaking.
Sneak.
But I'm stable.
Yes, you
He's
are.
stable.
Rufus, what are you going to do?
No.
Oh, like the other one actually would draw out his weapon and try to hit you, Nokren. Oh my god, he's hitting you, Nokren.
Fuck!
Hit you, Nokren.
Negate the crit. I negate the crit.
He still hits you.
Yeah, I know, but I negate the crit.
Oh shoot! I forgot to negate my freaking one.
Oh, then go ahead and roll again.
Oh, with your rapier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
That would have hit then.
Okay.
Yeah, reaction. So I use my reaction to negate the
Okay.
critical, so he still does
So
damage.
you'll take
but
8, and Grits, congratulations, you're not dead.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he
Oh.
is.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
How much damage did I take?
You took 8.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, how much of an action is it to pick my bow back up?
Just like move.
So is it my turn
Okay.
to smash him in the face now?
Yeah, it's your and Rufus's turn because he killed on his last
Good.
turn. He technically killed that one, and Grits ran over and helped out. Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So
What?
you'll
Cut your own
miss
foot off. Good
But
job.
on good news, wait. Actually,
Fuck
how far
this
away is the guy?
fight.
How far away is that
within 30 feet. Go ahead and try.
guy?
to
Okay,
save.
I'm going to. I'm
I
dashing
get, I
up.
get to roll.
Wait, I'm going to actually dash up then.
Wait. What are
And
you doing,
then-
Nokren?
Well, he just
Wait, what?
attacked and he missed.
Well, he's finishing up something. He was doing something.
Wait, when you hit... Oh, no, when you roll a 1... Oh, damage die.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, Rufus.
I'm going to dash up then and try to sneak a rapier him.
Okay.
Ha!
Nice.
Let's see his health. He was injured a little bit. He's doing that. Let me roll. Oh.
I stab him in the kidney for you.
Oh, never mind. Okay. I would roll to see if he raged, but he exactly 14 hit points, and you did 14 damage to him. So there's no, like, getting back up from that one there.
Okay, I stabbed him in the heart.
Yeah, you just, like, run up and stab him as he's, like, dealing with... Yeah, Nokren, when you had 22 AC, he really only could critical on you to hit you, the adolescent.
Fuck this fight.
Well, they're dead.
They're dead!
Yeah, but nothing I did
Nokren,
I got...
Nokren.
I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna come over and stabilize.
I'll give to you, Nokren, when you did the intimidate.
Oh, that's right.
You could see that the one you were fighting seemed more intent on fighting you, and kind of gave a look to the others of like, leave this one to me. It's the big one, you know.
Oh god damn it!
You basically
Nice.
like brought out the like, ooh, challenge, you know.
God damn it!
So you can have
one
1
HP.
point
Wait,
of lay on hands.
well, actually, I have a question.
I'm saving one.
Can anyone use the staff
He can.
other than him?
I think you have
I can
to
get
be,
him. I still.
I think
Yeah,
you have to be
attuned to it.
attuned to it, and I think he was attuned to it. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Okay.
let me get him up with 1 hit point because I still have
Yeah.
1 more to get someone up if they.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna,
Go.
now that I'm up,
Well,
yeah, now that I'm up, I'm gonna, first of all, vomit, and second of all, cast Lesser Restoration on myself, I think.
That's not
Wait,
the
wait.
healing one.
The Cure Wounds, the
Cure
healing.
wounds.
Cure Wounds is the healing
What's
one.
You
the,
could cure mass and get both you and Grits.
I'll just click mine. I'll just click mine to roll it, because then it's the.
oh yeah, thank you, perfect.
Okay.
Do you mind rolling another Cure Wounds on for me?
Another
It would
Cure
be
Wounds?
plus not your charisma. It would be plus Tim's charisma modifier.
Which is
I don't-
+1, so that's actually a 9.
Yes, and if you did a higher level, you could have, and I think
It's just an additional
I
D8
can.
per
It's an
higher
extra.
level.
It's an extra 1 charge. per
Okay,
level.
so
so
minus
really
one
using
from
it one
whatever
at a time is fine too. So yeah, just minus
Okay.
one
So
whatever you roll.
6 was the second one.
So
To me or to?
that would be, so hold on. The first one was to me, which was +9, so I'm now at 10 out of 14. The second one is 6 to you.
So that puts me at
You were at 8.
14 out of 19.
Yep.
If we take a short rest, which I would really, really much like, I
would
can
start
not
that.
only
Yeah.
use hit die, but I can also get back my key point.
Yeah, I'm gonna start looking over. Since I did basically nothing, I'm gonna start looking over the corpses, seeing if they.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing that now.
Okay.
Because I didn't lose any health, so.
Oh, I
Yes.
did. It was painful.
Mhm.
So
Guys, the dirt does not taste good around here. Just saying.
The archers only got +2 to hit, and they murdered the crap out of you. They rolled so well. I don't know why I get murder rolls.
I'm real sad. I'm real sad about it.
They have so little to hit that can roll so murder to you. It's like the goddamn skeletons. I roll murder. You will be level 3 after the end of the session, yes. You get Virgil third level.
Good. Okay.
The,
just hit dice.
let's see here. The savage ones themselves, you can definitely see that it seemed to have been like maybe an adult warrior and a couple of adolescents that probably he was teaching to hunt, and you guys were the prey. Congrats.
That went great for them.
Well,
Uh-huh. Well,
Nice,
they
Chris.
they succeeded in the first ambush and tried a second one against some people that were a little bit more powerful.
I'm gonna look for any identifying name, like anything to identify the soldiers.
You can find some stuff on them. It would probably be difficult to take the entire bodies. Their equipment
Yeah,
looks
no, I'm looking for,
salvageable, like if you wanted to
identifying-
return that to the city guards or something, and like kind of like any
Or
kind
you,
of dog tags.
I'm
or
looking
anything.
for more like things that like they might have on them to
Identify who they were.
items.
You could probably
Yeah,
find some
I
stuff.
wanna-
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to figure out who they were, and I want to report to the guard about it. 'cause-
Okay, you could easily do that.
guys,
Yeah.
third level, I get deflect missiles.
oh, thank
You
God.
get to catch and then throw it back at people.
I want to, now that I'm up, and I'm assuming we took a short rest there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna investigate the bodies and things as well.
I am not. I'm just gonna sit here and just be like,
You can definitely seem like it was probably like some kind of like teacher and its students. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything on the bodies that's useful?
They have a couple of things on their bodies normally. They have their short bow and short sword, which are not great condition.
How many arrows?
That's the other question.
They probably between them have like another 15 arrows. I am going to warn you, everything that they have is in primitive condition, which means unless you specifically take some time to fix it up, it is not very well usable.
I can do that. I have woodworking.
Yeah.
Tools and stuff, so.
They are good at using what they have, but they don't make it really, like, superior quality.
Okay.
They're each wearing some kind of, like, hide armor over the top of their tough skins.
Can't use it.
The leader of the pack does seem to have some, like, money on him, if you wanted that.
I'll let someone else have the money this time.
Now this is their money. That's not our money, right?
It's true. And
Okay,
you did hear a report about their money. Their money is not pure gold. It has gold in it. So it's not as good as normal. It's like half as good as normal gold pieces, basically.
I mean,
That's
we'll
fine,
take
it's
it
still-
still just for interest's sake. even.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll
that's what I was
roll how
thinking.
much you have then. Yes, you do have it.
Okay.
So like you do have some money, but like if you wanted to spend it in town, it would be half as much as normal because.
I think
Would we
it'd
be able to
more
spend it in their
useful-
town? If
I
Yeah,
mean, if you made friends with them somehow, yes.
we'll work on that.
It's their
I mean,
currency.
I adopted a banshee. I think I might be able to.
I think it's more useful for barter in general. Might be able to do something like if we encounter one that is, in some way, shape, or form, somehow less aggressive to us, we can like offer it its gold.
Very
It's familiar to it.
Very true.
Stuff like that.
Is there somewhere where we could instead of taking that short rest, take a long rest?
There's probably
Well, I'm
areas
assuming
like you
we're gonna
normally
be
would.
ending here
Yes.
too.
Yes, we'll be ending here. We'll
Yeah,
be
that's
finishing
kind of
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean by like,
Yeah.
can we just like find somewhere
Wherever
to
we
camp?
set up. Yeah.
You can probably
Wherever we
try to set
on
up
the-
like in like a tree or like you normally do or something, you know, kind of thing.
Set some traps around the base. Yeah,
That's
you know what's up.
Yeah,
I
You
know what's up.
Are you doing anything else with the attack site?
I mean, like,
No, not much we can really do. We can't,
I mean, we could
bury
lift
them.
the grass back up and we could bury the remains.
Nokren would bury them.
Okay, you can bury them.
Nokren would bury them.
Are you taking anything from the soldiers' bodies, or just leaving them as is?
I mean, I think I'd
whatever
like
we
to
can use for identification.
Can I'm Tim's a little less delicate. He's gonna investigate their bodies and see if there's any.
Their
value.
equipment is
That's
in
fair.
good shape. I mean, it's just standard guard equipment, but
We could return that at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of like our. As horrible as it is to take it off of their bodies, it's stuff that the town could use in case of an.
it's stuff
Right.
that doesn't need to be
Yeah.
like worked on if they if you salvage stuff
Exactly.
from the savage ones, that needs to be worked on to get into workable condition for a person. You know?
Okay, Nokren's willing to carry it if he needs to.
Okay. You
He's
can
got
kind of-
enough clanking stuff.
Yeah,
on
you
him
kind of put together a pack of stuff then and bury the bodies. All right, and you can rest, and we'll leave it
Was
here.
Was there any identification on them of any kind?
Probably some things that are like some personal effects you could use to return and show who they were.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
we'd like to do that. I think to be respectful.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds fine. All right, so why don't we kind of do our normal thing as we're saying goodbye here for today? That was a good one. Very interesting. You finally finished up that.
I finally went down.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
How'd it feel?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted to do.
Fine. I mean,
That dirt
that's
taste.
gonna be 3 soon.
Yeah.
Hey.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Yep. And you were right. You could be level 3. That was they
be.
again, no. That was a CR2 encounter. And you still
We just got wrecked because of the roll. That's
the
the,
roll
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
same
Rolls
thing
were
with those
really
goddamn
good.
skeletons. They just like
Yeah.
rolled so well.
You're rolling too well for our party because our party does not have a high ace except for Nokren.
They don't
Yeah.
have a lot to attack.
Well, we don't have red right now
the,
either.
The archers...
He doesn't have a high AC to begin
But
with.
he does a lot of damage.
Nokren,
Yes.
yeah, Nokren removed the proper one from the battle, and basically engaged the one that could do the most damage. And,
Yeah.
and
Except that the archers basically two-shot me.
because they just kept rolling well.
They almost one-shot me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yeah.
Well, if we're taking a long
yeah.
rest, I'm gonna...
They just...
Hey, I got to beat the crap out of something. So.
You did. You get to beat the crap out of something.
Yep.
Yeah, you proved to be the actual threat in the team.
I got to
Yeah,
stab
sorry,
one through
yeah.
the
I
heart.
got to lightning breath something out of spite.
Yeah.
I got to stab one through the heart.
Yep. So anyway, why don't we go around the room, give our goodbyes, and we'll kind of go through here, and we'll head off for this week. Tesh.
Hello, I am Tesh of the Tesh Tube. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter under the Tesh Tube. You can find me here at this time, and I'm going to be doing a Yavska game on Sunday nights.
It's 12 a.m. BST, or it's 4 p.m. PST, which is my time.
That
so
one.
it's 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Time zones are hard because I'm in Australia. And then soon I'm going to be on one on. But yeah, I am loving the D&D stuff. I'm really getting into it.
Good, as you should.
Excellent. Excellent. Rachel.
Hi. So you can find me here on Thursdays. You can find me on my channel throughout the week. It's twitch.tv/JadeValla. I also stream at least once a week on the Beauty Gamers TV channel, which is beautygamers_TV. So I stream there once a week. I also have podcasts, but most part you can find me as Jade Valla pretty much everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, etc., etc., etc.
Cool.
Hey, there we go. Mad Players. I didn't know what the thing
It's
was.
Mad Player.
Mad Player. Yeah.
I also
Ah.
typed in Mad Players. That was incorrect. I just hit yeah.
I probably should have an S on it, but whatever. Joe.
You'll find me here. I'll be here on Saturday for discussing tabletop. And that's all I got.
Okay, cool. And of course, Winter. Oh, because we don't have Tiv here.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, Tiv you can find on places.
Yeah.
Twitter.com/Tivalex. Tivalex.
The Twitters and the stuff and the thing.
Twitch.
I will often be
Tesh?
streaming with him.
Yeah.
It was a
Like-
fly. A freaking fly came in. I'm like, I'm gonna.
I look at it, he's just like,
For me, you can find me on twitch.tv/wintergames. I'm close to affiliate, so if you haven't followed me yet, I just dropped the
Go do the
pen.
thing.
If you haven't followed me yet, follow me because I put out content fairly regularly. Anyways, streaming, been doing a ton of Rainbow Six Siege streaming. Siege on Monday nights at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with the boys. Then there is something else was happening. Tuesdays is normally my solo stream night, but I've been taking that off lately because work has been crazy, but I will be getting back to that. Saturdays is also a solo stream. Thursdays is here. And then Sundays is going to be that Yarvaskir game, as Tesh mentioned. I'm going to be playing in that as well. That's over on Ollie's channel at twitch.tv/OllieRant. And then I don't know, we're playing in a game with Worm for Stars Without Number soon, but that's a whole mess. That's Tesh, Tantus, Tiv, and I. And now Mads as well. Mads has joined us for that, which is going to be fun.
Yeah.
But that's happening on Wednesdays at some point in the future.
As soon as Winter can, or sorry.
Hey, I am on top of my
As soon
shit.
as I'm trying to do double
Good
W's.
sir.
As soon as
Yeah, I know.
Worm finishes up Bastion Frontier, which he unfortunately has had a couple of rough weeks, so he hasn't been able to.
Yeah, and we're not in a rush to get started, although we're definitely in a rush to get started. We're all so excited to start super cool system, and you
Yes.
guys should definitely check that out as well.
Yep.
When it starts. So.
And as usual, I am your Dungeon Master, Tentus Dracovin. You can find me here daily, tomorrow mornings, Darkest Dungeon. I don't know if we're doing Arc, because apparently Tiv's going to be away for the weekend or something, so we might not be doing
Well,
Arc
he-
tomorrow.
Also has no internet,
That's
if
both
you're-
these things combined to being maybe I'll do something else tomorrow evening. I don't know.
I think Ollie and I might be doing something in the evening of a Jackbox variety. So
If you guys, if I don't end up doing anything else and you want an extra,
I don't know what's happening with that, but I'll talk.
You'll have to
Ollie
let me
about
know that.
more.
But you can,
I'll keep you guys posted about that tomorrow. Something will be happening on my channel,
Yep.
regardless tomorrow.
I'll definitely be streaming in the morning and probably. Well, I can't say morning for sure. I might have to move it to afternoon, but I'll be streaming Darkest Dungeon tomorrow, either morning or afternoon, something in the evening. I have some stuff coming up on YouTube. You can always check out all my links below for all that kind of stuff, for extra support or just chatting on Discord, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. So it's Dracovin Empire also on YouTube though, so just like it is here. Anyway, thank you for joining. It was a great one. We'll be back next week where they're going to go for some scouting spying, and we'll see how well that works with this team.
Oh, God.
So far, so good.
Hey, I'm up for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I roll. This
Hold on.
episode was terrible for my rolls,
on.
unless I
Let
was
me,
attacking a door, in which
let
I
me
rolled
just
back
give you a
everything.
Preview of how well it's gonna go. Average.
Average. Average is not bad.
Oh, you want to see what's gonna happen for stealth?
Rufus will be like invisible. The rest of you will just be like,
I get +7.
Wait, that needs to be a disadvantage?
yeah.
Roll, and then it's the lower of the two.
Wait, what are we
Seven.
stealthing?
7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're stealthy.
Aha!
Grits is stealthy.
Grits and Rufus
yeah.
will disappear while Tim
And Nokren and I will distract them.
Hide behind me.
Good luck. Okay, anyway. So we'll be back next week, and we'll see how that goes. So, thank you everyone for
I
joining
should have
us.
considered putting on the medium armor for this, I think.
Bye,
You
everybody.
technically have a pair of it with you now.
Yeah.
No,
You
we left
do.
it back at the thing.
No,
No.
we just looted people.
Oh, yeah, we just looted it. But
Yeah.
that'll be terrible. That's bad.
Anyway, bye everyone.
Bye.